For decades, the hard limit on software engineering was physical. It was the speed at which a human could type characters on a keyboard. But today, that mechanical ceiling has entirely collapsed. Starting late last year, the workflow inverted. Engineers stopped writing code line by line and stopped treating AI as a simple chat interface. Instead, they began delegating continuous, high-level macro actions to automated systems. This required a rapid progression in abstraction. First, we had the LLM, or large language model, a system simply trained to predict the next text token in a sequence. Then came the agent, an LLM equipped with the ability to call external tools. And now we have finally reached the era of the claw. A claw is a persistent, asynchronous loop. It operates inside its own sandbox, executing tasks, accessing local networks, and interacting with APIs for hours at a time, completely without active human supervision. The modern developer setup now resembles a command center. A single engineer might have 10 different repositories open, spinning up multiple distinct agent sessions simultaneously, assigning each one a non-interfering feature to build. This flips the historical resource constraint. Engineers used to feel bottlenecked by access to compute power. Now they are bottlenecked by their own inability to issue precise enough instructions to keep all their agents fully utilized. The limiting factor in software development is no longer the machine. The human operator is now the ultimate binding constraint on maximum system intelligence and token throughput. Knowing this human bottleneck exists, the core objective of the top AI labs has shifted. They are actively building systems designed to recursively self-improve, effectively automating the AI researcher entirely. There is a stark existential irony here. Highly paid researchers at places like OpenAI are actively building the exact automated systems that will render their own daily workflows obsolete. The framework required to execute this automated scientific improvement is called AutoResearch. It is an environment where an AI proposes an idea, writes the code, tests it, and iterates entirely on its own. For AutoResearch to function efficiently, the human must be completely removed from the experimental loop. If an AI has to wait for a human to review a result or prompt the next step, the system's velocity drops to zero. Stepping outside the loop induces a very specific kind of psychological stress. When a project fails, engineers realize it is purely a skill issue, a failure in how they orchestrated the agent's boundary conditions, rather than a physical limit of the machine. To achieve maximum leverage, the human must exist entirely outside the execution loop, stepping in only to set the initial constraints. The idea of an AI researching how to build better AI sounds incredibly complex, but the foundational codebase for training a neural network is actually vastly simpler than the industry assumes. This diagram shows the architectural breakdown of a massive language model repository. The vast majority of modern machine learning code exists purely to make operations run fast on specialized hardware. When you strip away those efficiency layers, the core algorithmic logic is roughly 200 lines of standard Python code. What remains are just 3 essential mathematical components: the forward pass to make a prediction, the backward pass to calculate the errors, and a basic optimizer to adjust the model's weights. This stripped-down training loop provides the perfect testing ground. Because the code is compact and the inputs are clear, an autonomous AI can easily modify it to search for performance improvements. But this introduces a strict limitation, known as the verification constraint. These models are trained using reinforcement learning, a technique where an agent is rewarded or penalized based on its actions. An agent can only improve if it is given a definitive, objective reward. Tasks with objective metrics provide the perfect landscape for reinforcement learning. If an agent's goal is to compile a CUDA kernel, a specialized program that runs directly on a graphics processing unit, or to lower a mathematical validation loss, the system instantly knows if it succeeded or failed and rapidly optimizes toward the peak. Contrast that with subjective domains. If you ask a state-of-the-art model to tell you a novel joke, you will likely get the same stale pun you got 5 years ago. Because humor cannot be mathematically verified, the agent wanders aimlessly, entirely outside the bounds of its optimization loop. This jagged capability profile suggests that the future of AI development will not be a single monolithic oracle that knows everything, but rather a speciation of specialized models, each hyper-optimized for specific, verifiable niches. Autonomous improvement can only scale at the speed of light in domains where mathematical verification is absolute. For decades, optimizing a neural network relied on a human-in-the-loop hyperparameter tuning process. A researcher would manually adjust variables like learning rates or batch sizes, run the model, and wait. This approach is deeply flawed because it relies on earned intuition. A researcher with 20 years of experience assumes certain variables are already perfectly tuned and simply ignores vast combinations of possibilities. To fix this, you mechanically sever the human from the process. You replace the researcher with an agent node governed entirely by a single boundary condition text file, often called program.md. Once untethered, the sheer volume of exploration explodes. The agent iterates through thousands of experimental tuning combinations overnight, tirelessly executing tests without breaking the cycle for sleep or analysis. When tested on an already well-tuned repository, the autonomous system discovered novel interactions between specific variables, like atom betas and weight decay, that the human researcher had completely overlooked. Verifiable, automated brute force search will consistently defeat legacy human intuition. If AutoResearch can tune a local script, that abstraction can be escalated to tune the metastructure of a research lab itself. An entire research organization, its specialized roles, its risk tolerance, the frequency of its morning stand-up meetings, can be codified into a single markdown file. An overarching agent can read this file and literally simulate the output of that specific organizational structure, assigning distinct operational roles to subagents. Because this is entirely digital, you can spawn multiple differing organizational structures and pit them against each other, mathematically measuring which arrangement produces the highest research velocity. The final meta layer is an overarching intelligence that analyzes the winning structure and rewrites the underlying markdown file to optimize the organization further, perhaps eliminating useless communication channels to speed up processing. This process theoretically eliminates the need for human management and operational design. The system self-organizes to find the most efficient path to discovery. Human collaboration structures are no longer a soft science. They are just another algorithmic variable to be tuned. Moving beyond the enclosed servers of a single laboratory, the true scale of the AutoResearch framework becomes global. The historical success of open-source projects like Linux, operating systems maintained by untrusted pools of global contributors, provides the necessary foundation for a decentralized intelligence platform. Scaling this relies on a core computational asymmetry. Generating a highly optimized candidate commit, a proposed code upgrade to a model's architecture, requires massive, expensive search power. However, the operational flip side is that verifying whether that candidate commit actually improves performance is computationally trivial and cheap. This creates ideal conditions for an untrusted swarm. Hundreds of remote agents use their own compute to search for optimizations, pushing candidate commits to a central hub. The hub tests submissions, discards failed attempts, and integrates the commit, lowering validation loss. A decentralized, open-source swarm of verification-driven agents could theoretically outpace the massive, tightly controlled compute advantage of the centralized frontier labs. With the execution layer fully automated, the role of the human software engineer is forced into a radical redefinition. The raw code itself no longer matters. It has become ephemeral, disposable, and generated entirely on demand to solve the specific problem of the moment. The new human mandate is entirely strategic. It requires writing objective metrics, setting precise boundary conditions, and designing the curriculum for the agents. Our educational focus must shift. We are no longer teaching humans to write software. We must teach humans to instruct agents to write it. The human is no longer the compiler, the optimizer, or the coder. The human is now the director of the token-generating swarm.